And this is a breaking update coming in on the Burari death mystery. The latest here is that sources are suggesting that it was in fact Lalit, the youngest son, who convinced the entire family that his deceased father would save them at the last moment of the entire ritual. This is source-based information that we are getting. Aishwarya Paliwal is tracking the story for us. She joins us on the phone line. So Aishwarya, it appears that the family believed that the father, the deceased father, would save them at the last moment. But that clearly didn't happen. But it has been made amply clear by source-based information that it was the youngest son, Lalit, in fact, who drove the entire family to commit mass suicide.
Well, this is what the police is believing at this point of time, though they are still looking for evidence. Some kind of evidence to say that it was indeed Lalit. But based on the investigation that the police is carrying out at this point of time, based on the videos that they have found out, based on the statements recorded of distant as well as close relatives and close family friends, the picture that's emerging right now is that Lalit, who was the youngest son, was someone who used to say to the entire family that their deceased father used to come in his dreams and his father used to guide him about how to go about in his life. And this all started a few years back, and that's what even neighbors used to tell us, that a few years back they saw a tipping point in the family, after which the family became extremely religious. Initially all this started with living a very good life, but later it went down to attain moksha. And now what the police is believing is that it was Lalit who slowly and steadily convinced each and every family member, and here we are talking about 11 of them, including Lalit. He convinced everyone that this is the right way to go ahead, and he also said that their dead father would come at the very last moment and save them.
And it's absolutely appalling. How did he manage to convince the entire family? And the fact that the entire family was how deeply entrenched into this belief that they went ahead and committed suicide, and they believed that the deceased father would save them. Has this been confirmed now, Aishwarya, that it was Dalit indeed, or this is still being speculations that are doing the rounds that it was perhaps the youngest son? There are several reports coming in that he was spotted at a mobile phone store, and that there were things that suggested and indicating that everything was well in the family. What is the police now saying, and what has been established so far that can be confirmed?
Established so far is that this was the work of a family member. The police has for now ruled out someone else coming into the family. Also, they have gone through various CCTV footages, and except for the delivery boy who came around 10:40 on Saturday night and he delivered 20 butter rotis, there wasn't anyone who in fact entered the house till the time the neighbor went inside next morning around 7:15. So this much has been established that whoever did it was a family member. Now, prime suspect is Lalit, and the investigations are now going in that way. Also, the police is saying that this took time. The first diary entry that they have found was from 2015, so definitely it's not a spur of the moment thing that he told his family members and they all agreed. It was a slow and steady thing that Lalit did. Slowly and slowly he convinced every family member that this is the way to attain moksha, also going ahead and saying that their dead father would rescue them at the very last moment. So this is the way in which the investigation is going right now.
But Aishwarya, many things are many things are suggesting and indicating to the fact that this was being planned for a while. The fact that the diary entries start since 2015. The fact that there were 11 pipes that were found protruding out of the house. There were 11 iron gills. Of course, nothing has been, there has been no concrete evidence that stitches the entire sequence of events together. But what appears to be, a prima facie, it appears to be a very, very well-planned act that was committed by the entire family.
Everything is extremely well planned. We also, the police also spoke with the contractor who was doing the, they also spoke with the contractor, and he said that it was Lalit who categorically told him that he does not want a window outside, he wants pipes. And when you do the math, 7 of them are facing south, representing the woman in the family. 4 of them are facing north, again representing or symbolizing the men in the family. 4 plus 7 is 11. 11 pipes, 11 members dead. And also when you talk about the door, the main entrance of the house, there are 11 bars outside. Now, it's easy to say that all these are speculations, but the police right now is, looking at a larger picture and saying that this could be a case where everything was pre-planned. Lalit used to, every day slowly and steadily convince the family that this is the way they should be living their lives. And in the end, also talking about moksha. Also, when you talk about the notes that the police has found, and these notes are critical because it looks as if you are reading a script and then watching a movie. Because whatever was written, the way that these people were found, it was exactly the same. Their eyes were, they were blindfolded. Their mouth was covered, their hands were tied. So all these are now giving a clearer picture 48 hours after these 11 bodies were found. The police now trying to tie everything together, also waiting for a report which would suggest that the handwriting in the notes that the police has found is of Lalit.
All right. So the latest coming in there that the police is now believing, and this is of course source-based information that we're getting, is that Lalit, the youngest son of the family, was the one who drove the entire family to commit mass suicide. Of course, more and more details are trickling in, and this entire murder mystery getting more stranger by the minute. Aishwarya, continue tracking the developments there. We'll continue taking updates from you. So the Delhi police officers suspecting that Lalit, who's the youngest son of the family, made several entries. He was the one who made several entries and wrote in the register. Police is also saying that the family was deeply superstitious and they believe that apocalypse is around the corner. Officers who've spoken to the relatives and friends of the family also said that during the time when Lalit had taken a vow of silence, he had not interacted with many and he scribbled everything on a notebook. And just a few years back, he had again started speaking, but he claimed that his deceased father, his late father, regularly interacted with him whenever he meditated, or even the father came in his dreams while he was sleeping and gave him instructions. Here's a reaction from the relative of one of the deceased.
उन्होंने मेरे से प्रश्न किया कि तांत्रिक, मैंने उनको प्यार से समझाया, वो हनुमान चालीसा के सिवा कुछ नहीं पढ़ते थे, तुम भी तो घर में पाठ करते हो। आज मैं न्यूज़ पढ़ के आई हूँ, उसमें लिखा था बालाजी को मनाने के लिए तांत्रिक करते। तुम्हें शर्म आनी चाहिए, उन देवताओं को तुम बदनाम क्यों कर रहे हो। फिर मैं न्यूज़ देखी पाइपों के, मेरे भाई ने मुझे समझाया, दीदी एक सोलर जो सिस्टम है, मैंने उसका कनेक्शन लिया ताकि दिक्कत ना हो हम लोगों को। गैस लाइन का पाइप लिया, एसी का पाइप, ताकि पूरा घर फुली एसी हो।